Bienvenidos a este podcast en vivo.
Okay, I like that.
Yes, welcome to the Lyfe podcast. Of course, this has to be the host, CJ. I'm here back at it today, and today I got an interesting one today. Now, today, this article that I have today to share is very interesting. If you like to travel, right, even more so, if you like to travel to Latin America countries, or if you're interested in traveling to Latin American countries, and even more so, if you're interested in traveling to Latin American countries and you just so happen to love Black people and Black culture, Afro culture, the article that I got today is, and I quote, "These are the 8 blackest cities in Latin America you should have on your bucket list." These are basically the blackest cities in Latin America, for a lack of a better term. So what I'm going to be showing you is basically cities, again, in Latin America, right, that have a large abundance of Black people. Now, the article does this by percentages. I believe that's how it works it out. So I did my best to give you approximate numbers. These are not, the certified numbers. I just did a little bit of research, put the number that I believe is closely related just to get you to do the research, right? But of course, I'm gonna have the resources right there in front of you to go check out the source yourself. I hope you love traveling. We're going to find out some interesting stuff today, all right? Here we go. So, number 1, Limon, Costa Rica, with a Black population of approximately 99,000 people. Located on Costa Rica's Atlantic coast, Limon is considered the land of Afro-Costa Ricans. Nearly 24%, roughly 90,000 people, make up the Afro-Caribbean community of Limon. So the article got 90,000. I got 99,000 through a bit more research. But you get the idea, right? Big Black city in Costa Rica. Number 2, Esmeraldas, Ecuador, with a Black population of approximately 455,000, right? This is a big city, right, in a really nice sized country. But check this, with a population of roughly 650,000 people, of which 70% of its inhabitants are Afro-Ecuadorians, Esmeraldas is said to be the land of Afro-Ecuadorians. Basically, I mean, it's just a large population of Ecuadorians. If you want to go to Ecuador, Esmeraldas is the place to go to see Black people. Ecuador's Esmeraldas maintain the cuisine, culture, and particularities of many African countries. All right, here we go with our third one, Havana, Cuba. Havana, Cuba. They have a Black population, a large Black population of approximately 810,000 people. Havana already has over a 2 million people population. So, according, it is estimated that Havana has 38% Afro-descendants, Black and brown people, is basically how they're classifying them. Havana's food has a strong African influence. Rumba music and satira, Afro-Cuban religion, also remarked Havana as one of the blackest cities in Latin America. Got to be one of them. 800,000. That's a lot of folks. Shout out to Havana. All right, our fourth one. Ooh, this one. Oh, man. Lord have mercy. This one's rough. All right. Kwahi ni Kuliapa. Kwahi ni Kulapa. Culapa, Mexico. Culapa, Mexico. Oh man, that's rough. That's rough on me. Okay. Anyway, so with 2.5 million Afro-descendants, Mexico has the 4th largest Afro-descendant population in Latin America, behind Brazil, Venezuela, and Colombia. Okay. Some history and contributions made by those of African descent can be found on the Museum de las Culturas Afro-Mestizas. Afro-Mestizas. Number 5. Now we're with the number 5th one. Colón, Panama. Colón, Panama. And this population, this Black population, is approximately 32,000 people. So it's a small city. It's a small country, actually. If you really look at Panama, it's a small country, and this is a small city. But nonetheless, it's a great population. Located on Panama's Caribbean Sea, Isla Colón is the blackest city in the country. Afro-Panamanians constitute nearly 48% of the community in Isla Colón. So basically, 1 in 2 folks are melanated people. You know, they classify as Black. So that's a large community. It's a comfortable community for sure. Shout out to Panama. Number 6, here we go. Cartagena, Colombia. Is that how you say it? Cartagena or Jena? Hannah? Cartagena, Colombia. I believe it's right. The Black population of Cartagena, Colombia is approximately 200,000. So it's definitely a large Black population. It's probably around like what Atlanta, Georgia has in its Black population. Cartagena is the second most important city of the Colombian Caribbean coast, with the highest relative representation of Afro-Colombians among the 15 main Colombian cities. Wow. So it's a big, large melanated population there. It's 100% the truth. With a population of nearly 200,000 African descendants, Cartagena offers vibrant Afro-Colombian tourism with history, culture, and gastronomy, as well as the astonishing landscapes. All right, I dig it. I actually I know a rich African history in Colombia. It's it's paramount that history is expounded upon. It's a large state, and it has a lot of rich history, and it has a lot of rich African history. So yeah, we'll get to that down the line. So number 7, we're actually gonna stay in the same country. We got Cali, Colombia. Cali, Colombia. The Black population in Cali, Colombia is approximately 1,100,000 people. So I can almost assure you there is no US city with 1,000,000 Black people. As far as I'm concerned, I could be wrong, but basically what I'm saying is there is a lot of Black folks in Cali, Colombia. And through a little bit more research, it could be even more than 1.1 million. It could get up to 1.2, 1.3 million. But with that said, with nearly 1,100,000 Afro-descendants, Cali is considered the blackest city in Colombia and the second in Latin America, representing 70% of its total population. Wow. So it said second in Latin America. So it's the blackest city in Colombia. Shout out to Cali, Colombia. But it's still the second largest population of Black folks, representing 70%. What is the number 1 city that you should check out, travel to, if you're interested? And I hear a lot of good reviews about this next city, and it's amazing, the culture of it, so forth and so forth. Let's go. The last country that the article recommends that you go travel to, the 8th country, Salvador, Brazil. Salvador, Brazil has approximately 2.8 million people in its city, right? Now, with that said, 2.2 are Afro-Brazilians. They classify as Black melanated. They relate to the African continent. Salvador is the blackest city in Latin America. Located in the northeast region of Brazil, 8 of every 10 residents of the city are Black, according to the official census. Woo! 2.2, approximately 2.2 million Black people. So what else does it say? With a vibrant Afrocentric atmosphere, Salvador attracts travelers from all over the world who fall in love with its culture. Michael Jackson, Spike Lee, Danny Glover, Beyonce, Will Smith, and Seal are among the hundreds of celebrities who have visited the city at least once. Insane. 2.2 million Black people, if not more. I mean, amazing, incredible. Now, with this said, now that we understand which cities you can go travel to, I also want to point out the fact that it's good to find out information like this because we got to get close to this Pan-African movement, right? Can't really let off of that. That's what this was really about as well, was acknowledging our African folks in Latin America that just so happen to speak, Espanol and Portuguese. So it's just different languages and whatnot. But if that's all it takes is learning another language, then we should be able to work together. So that's what this is about, keeping that Pan-African mindset in swing. And we'll talk more about Salvador, Brazil. Exquisite city, has a lot of potential. And I do believe that if we did have a Pan-African movement, right, a headquarter in terms of South America would have to be Salvador, Brazil. That's just my advice, my recommendation, how I see things out because of its location and its population and its culture and its people. So shout out to Brazil. Shout out to the world. Peace to the world. I hope you learned something. Hopefully you go visit one of these cities. Godspeed. Peace.